Hey guys, welcome back to the Geek Box. Today I'm doing a different video in regards to I like to generally have positive things on this channel, uplifting, happy, enjoying, sharing things we love. And as a lot of you know, and obviously you've been seeing from the title and that, there's this whole thing going around at the moment of Harry Potter Legacy, it's called, and the reactions some people have had to it. But there's a few questions it's raised for me. I mean, for me, personally, obviously it's around the statements that have been made by J.K. Rowling before. And I have my own opinions on this and that, of how that's gone. And obviously I will say, there's a large number of things that have been said in between that I don't agree with. And there's other things where it's not in a case of I agree with them, but I get the reaction and the response that she's put out in kind to some of the attacks that have been put in return. But that's beside the topic of this. If it was just talking about that, I'd get the whole in-depth of this. And this is something I was going to talk about before, but then I decided against it originally because it was quite a negative contact. And like I said, I like to keep things upbeat. So tonight I'm strolling around online, just looking at stuff, a lot of game stuff and that. I do my research and that for my videos, etc. And this brought me on to these three streamers, of which one of them I'd like to point out is someone, she's a girl, I won't say the channel because of the idiots. For what I could gather with it, she's a 14-year-old and she streams with her sister who's 21. So it's a family thing. She did wait until she was at least 13, 14 and then she came on. This girl, because she's playing a Harry Potter game, and she's a fan, she's of that age, I'd say, where a lot of kids, if they haven't gotten into earlier, do get into it because of the fancy thing. I'm trying to think of the right way to put this because of the obviously the keywords you can't use in YouTube, hence I haven't sworn yet under the new rules. But let's just say there have been references made to both the 21-year-old and, like I said, a 14-year-old, believe, about them being, we'll call it essayed to the top degree. What they call, was it grape they use, that's it for safety on YouTube. That they hope their house gets burnt down with them in it. We're talking about in one stream. As in, I went in and saw somebody posted about this, and I went and looked, and people have clipped it as well. So don't be surprised if you see it coming out in the next few days. So also about the families, like they hope they get attacked. They hope that somebody does these things to them. One of them tried to excuse it as, so you understand the terror that trans people have to live with because of things like said by J.K. Rowling. So I can put it in short, if anybody who supports this kind of thing, you really need to get your fucking life sorted out. And your head either sorted out or shoved in a dark hole and kept there until you just don't have an existence anymore. Because the very thing that started this was the comments made by J.K. Rowling. And I appreciate and I respect the fact that there are people that don't like those comments. I think a lot of people have radicalised things that have been said to try and, like they do with a lot of these arguments. And as you see, if you've been on my Mind's Eye channel on TikTok, you'll know more of my opinions on this. But people radicalise these things to try and support their anger so they don't seem like they're such a nutcase for saying so. But the responses like these, and I've seen other similar responses, we've seen streamers that when they streamed it on launch were attacked constantly for it. I've seen these sad little muppets on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter that they just go on about the fact that, oh, if you're playing this game, then unfriend me, don't follow me, I don't want to hear from you. It's got to be, how really sad do you have to be like that? If you've got somebody who's directly saying things like these people should be killed, these people should be attacked, then yeah, you get those people out of your life. But for attacking people for having a baseline opinion or for playing a game of things that, like, for most of these people, Harry Potter is a part of their childhood. I read the Harry Potter books. I watched most of the films. I just never got around to watching the last ones, which didn't fuss me because the books I thought were so brilliantly written. I don't feel the need to have to watch the film because I read the books, enjoyed them thoroughly. And no matter how upset people want to be by it, J.K. Rowling wrote those books. It came from her mind, it came from her expertise, it came from her creation and craft. And whether you like it or not, she's the one responsible for those books, no one else. All the publishers and that, doesn't matter. She's the one that put it together, she's the one that thought of the story. So it just really saddens me that games are something that you should either enjoy or you don't play. You know, there's been games that I don't like, and I wouldn't attack people because, you know, they've been attached to people that did this, that and the other. Like, you look at Activision, for example. There were some of the games made when they had those real scumbags working in their office with the Blizzard team. Obviously, they're part of Activision now and that. But it doesn't mean I'll go find all those games and throw them outside and attack anybody that plays them, because that would just be retarded to do so. So basically, I think my whole thing is just to get this off my chest. It's like, people just need to do better. If you're one of those people that thinks it's okay to attack people because they want to play this game, then go screw yourself. Nicest way possible. I said, I don't need you around. I'm not going to go around saying, oh, delete me, get off, or this, that, and the other. My train of thought and prospect probably isn't going to be for you. Games should be for people to enjoy, just like the books were of Harry Potter, just like the films were. And it's a game that a lot of people go for, and nobody should ever make you feel bad for any type of game you enjoy playing. Whether it be the simplest game, whether it be a game that people consider to be too childish, and even if people want to play those more like adult games and stuff like that, like, you know, I know there's a whole thing like Leisure Suit Larry, it was called. If you want to play games and it makes you happy, it makes you feel good playing those games, just play them. And seriously, everyone else can just go themselves off for even trying to tell you that you shouldn't. That's my piece on it. I just, like I said, it's more for this getting off my chest. I just don't understand what the hell's people's problem. I said, you don't have to agree with something, that's fine, but the main thing is with this is that you're one of the people that said something or done something like that to somebody, then well done. You're even worse than J.K. Rowling this is based off in the first place, because she said some dumb stuff, she said some interesting stuff, she said stuff in between just to fill the gap, and just, she's poking the bear, because obviously I'm one of these people. If you accuse me of something, I will become it if I need to, and I will do it just to be a bigger dick than you can be to me, because at the end of the day I'll laugh it off because I'll beat you at that game. But when it comes down to this, you're just worse the person that's for supporting or saying any of these things, because you're attacking people for their own freedom of choice. Then go and live in some sort of solitized system where all you do is say yes sir and follow the leader above you, because obviously your brain can't handle something beyond that. Anyway, that's my piece done and said with that. For those that are listening, thanks for listening to the rant this far anyway. I hope that people enough would agree the fact that gaming should be gaming, and it should be about being fun and enjoying yourself. And if it's not that for you, then games probably aren't your thing. Anyway, thanks for listening guys, and I'll see you all out there.